ambition in your heart. Do not be arrogant and so lie against the truth. This wisdom is not that which comes from above, but is earthly, natural, demonic. For where jealousy and selfish ambition exist, there is disorder and every evil thing. But the wisdom from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, reasonable, full of mercy and good fruits, unwavering, without hypocrisy. And the seed whose fruit is righteousness is sown in peace by those who make peace. So it's from that place of being a peacemaker. And for me, as I was reading this passage, I was thinking, man, in the life of Solomon, you really see these two types of wisdom, earthly wisdom and heavenly wisdom, playing out. So I just want to turn there real quick. It's in the beginning of 1 Kings. You may not be familiar with how Solomon became king, but there was a prophecy, a promise about Solomon becoming king. And yet when David was getting old and he needed care, Solomon's older brother Adonijah thought this was his opportunity to claim the throne. And so he actually just begins to talk to different leaders, make a path for himself, and throws a big feast. But he does not invite Solomon, and he doesn't invite the different people that know about the prophetic word about Solomon becoming king. He just makes this path for himself. And eventually Bathsheba and Nathan have to go to David and say, are you aware that this is what is happening? And then David makes a way for Solomon to become king. He stops Adonijah. But then even when Solomon is king, Adonijah still is trying to overthrow Solomon. And he does different things to make that known to Solomon. But what's so interesting to me is in the life of these brothers, it's really demonstrating the earthly wisdom and heavenly wisdom, because earthly wisdom is all about self-reliance and heavenly wisdom is all about dependence. And you can see that in the fruit of what's described in James 3, that when we're trying to make a name for ourselves, when we're trying to make a way for ourselves, we're not really relying upon God. And that causes us to have bitterness, envy, selfish ambition, just like Adonijah, trying to make this place for himself when the Lord didn't really call him into that place. But Solomon, he knew that God had called him into this place. He did not try to make a way for himself. He did not try to fight Adonijah. He allowed others to advocate for him. And then when he was in that position, you see that he asked the Lord for wisdom. Why? Because he knew that he'd been called in this position and he needed to rely upon God to lead his people well. And so he needed to get this wisdom from God, and it was a fear of the Lord. And that's what the fruit of heavenly wisdom is it's from this place of fear of the Lord, saying, God, I need you to help me lead. I need you to help me walk out my calling. I need to rely upon you. And so I believe that God is inviting us into a place of heavenly wisdom in this time. I just want to pray real quick. God, I pray that anyone that needs wisdom, that James 1:5, it says that if we ask, that you will give it to us, that we can ask you for wisdom and you will supply it. So God, I pray that you would supply wisdom to those that are watching that need wisdom, that they could have heavenly wisdom from you, that they don't have to fight for themselves, but that you can supply it, and you can supply and put them exactly where they need to be in the right time. They don't have to fight for their spot, but you can provide it. So I thank you, Lord, for your grace in that way. I also want to share that I would love to see you all soon. I'm actually going to be speaking at Bethel. It's January 24th to 26th. So I'll be in Reading soon, my first time in Reading. I would love to see you guys there. I'll be preaching. I'll be sharing some from Isaiah 6 and teaching on words of knowledge. So it'd be fun to see you all there. You can still register. And also we have our discipleship program, and you can sign up for it through January 12th. So that's this coming Friday. And if you are hungry for being discipled, if you want to hear wisdom from different speakers, that is available. We'd love to just pour into you all from wherever you are at home. Bless you all. Thank you so much for watching. And we will be streaming again next Monday. So we'll